basketball isn't easy.
And now we take a brief check at the matchups. Our starting five for both teams. First for the Lakers, Nash and Bryant in the backcourt. And holding down the middle out of Central Michigan University, the skilled and ambidextrous 7-footer, Chris Kaman. Then there's Nick Young, and it's Gasol, and at the power forward. And looking at this Clippers team, CP3.
Look out. He is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the rim.
Well, everybody knows around the league that if you get in Blake Griffin's way when he has a head of steam going, you're going to end up on his poster at some point. So since coming into the league, I think he's become as intimidating a player as we've seen.
I agree. It's just not posterizing people either, Steve, although he does a bunch of that. When he gets a steal and has a free lane to the basket on a breakaway, there's a good chance the crowd's going to see a mini dunk contest from Blake.
That was good.
Boy, that was impressive. Major height disadvantage, but he still got the shot up over his man.
Well, he's got the poise to handle any matchup, and he's not easily intimidated. You can see that there. You know, you go through the regular season, guys, and set all sorts of records for your franchise and wins and winning streaks and all that. You win your division for the first time ever, your first 50-win season, and what do you get for it? Bounced in the first round of the playoffs. It's still progress, though, and I think the Clippers will use that for motivation this season.
Kobe passes to Young. Again, Young missing. Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down. LA's gone 0-2 from deep here. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, I had a chance to speak with head coach Doc Rivers. When talking about who they'll be most concerned with on the other side, he laughed a little and asked, "You mean other than Kobe?" He said that it's an almost futile effort to try and slow Kobe because he can score in so many different ways, saying, really, all we can try and do is prevent him from getting into a rhythm and try to force him into tough shots. Guys?
Thanks again, Doris. Inside to Gasol. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Mark, as you said, the Clippers got up 2-zip on the Grizzlies, but all of a sudden it came to a crashing halt. As Steve, they dropped 4 consecutive games, and just like that, we're out of the postseason.
Yeah, injuries played a part. Blake Griffin sprained his ankle, but I think the Clippers were exposed a little bit too. They're limited offensively on the front line, and maybe not quite enough shooting, but that's why they made the moves in the offseason, and they're looking to pick up and make some improvement in that regard.
Off the inbound. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
You know, it's interesting. Kobe the last few years has gotten very loose with his opinions. He's not afraid to say it like it is. And I think one of the inflammatory remarks he made that caught a lot of attention was when he mentioned that the Olympic team back in 2012 was better than the 92 Dream Team.
They grabbed their own miss. Came in with the block. Paul against Kobe. Backs in. The kick out to Young. The offensive rebound. Second chance shot. And Kobe finishes inside. Kobe's got his first points in this one.
Well, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active, be energetic, and react as soon as the shot goes up.
Here's Dudley. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. And that was a bold thing to say going back to Kobe. Definitely got the media talking, Clark, about, you get the feeling he actually believes that they were better.
You know, he might have been right, he might have been wrong. I mean, I think it comes back to the fact that Kobe has no problem saying things that might not be easily received. I'm not sure why anybody is surprised by that. I mean, you don't get to be an elite player without having very high confidence in your ability and your team.
And the fadeaway was about his only option there. Really good defensive position.
Back to Young. The three. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. Young's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Snatched up. Gets it to go. Here's Nash. Outside, Kobe shoots the three.
There we go.
Can't hit as the Clippers taking it the other way. Ball outside, and the foul called on Pau Gasol. That is his first foul of the game. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Kaman. Johnson comes in for Nick Young. Steve Blake's checked in for Kobe. And it's Farmer in for Steve Nash.
And, you know, for the Lakers last season, a lot of turmoil. And you think about the coaching change, but it wasn't just that. It was a whole system change as well. And the front office felt the Princeton offense they started using wasn't working out. So they were in a state of flux all season long.
The Clippers trail. Outside Collison. Throws it up high. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make in a close game. A potential momentum builder.
And going back to the Princeton offense that Clark mentioned, Steve, tell us about that offense and why do you think it didn't work out?
Well, they only gave it 5 games, Kevin. I mean, Mike Brown was 1-4 when he got fired, and that's impossible to install an offense and expect it to work that quickly. So, I mean, I think the offense would have been fine if they had given it time and given Mike Brown some time to install it.
Farmar kicks to Blake. Crawford with the steal. 56 seconds left in the first quarter. That's good.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that's special because he lives for the big moments. Fearless. I mean, he will take any big shot down the stretch. He wants the ball in his hands.
And I know he's a fan favorite because he can catch fire immediately at any point in the ball game and just start pouring it in from all over the place.
Johnson inside. Covered by Barnes. Blake for three. The shot is off. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. It's Crawford with the drive. And it's blocked by Farmer. And they're able to recover.
It seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Hill. That one wide left.
That's a huge part of what they want to do defensively. Limit his easy chances inside.
Crawford kicks to Barnes. Back to Crawford. With 1 on the clock. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Clippers lead by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Early on, guys, excellent work on the boards here. I mean, you got to like those second chance points they're getting.
And the other thing they're doing is forcing a lot of turnovers, and that's helping them to get easy points at the other end.
And yes, sir, that one drops. Farmar's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Lakers.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically, no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Mullins dishes to Collison. He kicks it to Mullins. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Mullins got his first basket.
Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Yeah, they're getting outclassed in the paint at both ends, really.
Gasol kicks to Farmer. Blake for three. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
and they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Thank you, Kevin. Chris Paul is the outspoken leader for this Clippers team. Jamal Crawford said, quote, "I've never been around a player who was so vocal." Paul explained it this way: "I've been fortunate to be short my entire life. There's only one position I've ever had to play, and that's point guard. So I've always had to be that leader, and that was my job, to talk." And guys, he's a big people person too. Not hard to see a career in coaching once his playing days are over.
Holding everyone accountable, Doris. Thanks. Good.
So much of what ailed the Lakers could be traced to the lack of defensive presence, and it really came to a head when Magic Johnson, one of the greatest Lakers of all time, called them out about looking to play Showtime offense while not paying attention to solid defense.
On the wing, Jamal Crawford. Here's Mullins. A beautiful reverse layup. Mullins got 6 points.
Well, it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's got it going now.
And going back to what Clark said, they didn't actually try to run that much based on tempo, more than what they might have been used to, certainly, Steve. But the D was a concern, a major one.
Well, it was really more about teams running wild on them instead of the other way around. You look at the Laker personnel, big front line last year with Howard and Gasol. The transition defense wasn't quite there. You throw in the injuries. They were never able to find that balance between good offense and solid defense. It's just been one of those days for him. He has really struggled.
Puts up the baby hook. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jordan Hill. That is his first foul of the game. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Chris Kaman is checked in for Gasol. Young comes in for Wesley Johnson. Kobe's checked in for Steve Blake. And it's Nash in for Jordan Farmer. They double him with Kaman. Barnes passes to Paul. The dish to Barnes. Launches a three. Steve Nash pulls it in.
And you know, guys, Nash's workout regimen is the stuff of legends. At his age, he's in as good a condition as most second or third year players in the league. Still highly productive at 39 years old.
Gets it to go. And the Clippers lead by 7.
Beautiful work in the transition game.
That's how to do it. Attack early before the defense can get itself set.
Kobe dishes to Young. Takes a three. The Lakers rebound. Hill kicks to Nash. Here's the three. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got 5 rebounds tonight. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Dudley, no luck. Lakers trail by 7. And going back to Nash in his great condition. You watch it firsthand, Steve, and you have to wonder just how long, even with all those great techniques of getting his body ready to go, how long he's going to be able to play.
Well, last season, remember, he broke the bone in his leg that set him back. In fact, he missed most games he missed in 14 years. Normally been very durable. So, you know, Father Time, as they say, is undefeated, Kevin, and is catching up with him.
Read it. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Nash kicks to Kaman. Paul with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. And it's Jordan. That time on the assist by Paul. Jordan's got his second bucket.
Well, he recognized the advantage size-wise, and he went right at the defender. That's how you do it.
Timeout called the Lakers. Lakers trail by 7. Nash the pass to Hill. Back to Nash. Kobe. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. On its way from Young for 2. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Young's got 5 now. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Plenty of daylight on that shot. 59 seconds left in the first half of the game. Beyond the arc. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Young's got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, they're knocking down the long-range shots. A lot of those same shots they missed earlier in the first quarter. They still find themselves down here. They're starting to make some headway into that deficit. And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
You know, not really a significant margin in terms of them rebounding, but enough to get the job done.
Yeah, I mean, it's helping them get the lead. And if they can continue to rebound like this, I think they're going to be in pretty good shape.
That's his first triple of the game. It was a dry first half for him from long range.
Near the three-point line, it's Nash. Paul with the defensive effort.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Free-throw line jump shot. Rebound the Lakers.
Great defense there. You really have to challenge him at that range.
That misses, would have counted had it gone in. And the first half is now in the books.
Now, presented by Sprint.
This is 2K Sports. I hope your week is off to a good start on this Monday. Out at Staples Center, the Clippers with the lead against
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back to Staples Center, and above it, downtown Los Angeles in the distance.
For the Lakers, they've really struggled against Griffin.
He has 8 points, and he was able to come up with one steal, too.
Yeah, he's defending very well, Clark. He's disrupting the offense. He's playing the passing lanes, trying to put as much pressure on as possible.
Yeah, guys, did you know the Clippers winning the Pacific Division last year was the first time it's ever happened? Yeah, you heard it right.
Good point, Clark.
That's the first time the Clippers have ever won the Pacific Division.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Purdy. Doris, what do you have?
Hey, gentlemen, well, part of the Lakers' struggles last year was that they were constructed like an all-star team. Coach Mike D'Antoni said, quote, "Have you ever watched an all-star game? It's god-awful because everybody gets the ball, they go one-on-one, and then they play no defense. That's our team. That's us." Having a pecking order with all their big players was something he wanted to instill on their Lakers roster. We'll see if they can do a better job of adhering to that this time around, guys.
Well, that's the rub, isn't it? That's the balancing act, isn't it, Doris? Share the ball, but get it into the hands of your scorers. And what a time to be a Clipper fan these days, guys, with the way they've climbed to the very top of the Pacific Division. And, Steve, they've done it by beating up on the rest of the teams in that Pacific.
Well, Golden State gave them some trouble, Kevin, but otherwise they really rolled against the rest of the Pacific Division. And I'll tell you, it became clear within a few months last season that the Clips were going to run away with the Pacific. And a long time coming for Clipper fans.
Kobe defended by Redmond. Looking to get it going. That's short off the rim.
An 8-rebound advantage like the one they have now is always going to swing the score hard in that team's direction.
And that's certainly been the case today. Their rebounding has made a huge difference.
Now, still a great start to the half after hitting their first three, even before that miss.
Here's Paul, and he jams it with authority.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Last year, Blake's stats were down, but I thought his impact on the floor was about the same. With that said, in order for him to really take the next step, he's got to be able to knock down the perimeter shot with consistency.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And at this point of the game, always important to stay focused. And while the coach goes over the game plan, these players are getting a much-needed chance to rehydrate and refuel with Gatorade. And guys, we know the drill well, all three of us drinking the Gatorade too.
Yeah, right. I mean, Kevin, people have no idea the fatigue that can set in during a telecast. And so it's important for us to stay hydrated all game long.
Clark, you're always hydrated.
Yeah, I try to be, but it's usually with a combination of H2O and Gatorade.
I love Gatorade. And look at Steve, he has the Gatorade shirt on.
Yeah, he's really immersed in the Gatorade.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
And it's Paul penetrating. Griffin. Good, and Paul gets the assist. And that's 12 points for Blake Griffin. Of course, Blake Griffin played a career low in minutes last season. The team looking to save him for the postseason.
And then, ironically enough, he ends up with a badly sprained ankle during that series with Memphis. So things just didn't go quite well for the Clippers or for Griffin in the playoffs. But they had a great regular season, best record in franchise history. I thought he'd make that one. And that's his range, and the defense nowhere to be seen.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Kobe Bryant now at 35 years of age, and you know what impresses me is the way he's adapted his game and remained so effective, even as he's lost a little in the way of explosiveness. He can now beat you on the ground as much as he used to be able to beat you in the air.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Byron Mullins is checked in for DeAndre Jordan, and it's Crawford in for J.J. Redick. And it's Paul penetrating, loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Paul's got 12 points in the game. Clark, you mentioned Kobe's changes offensively. Plays a lot more, Steve, I think, with his back to the basket.
Well, he's always had great footwork, but he's taken it to the next level. He's so elusive with those pump fakes and spins. Even with the hand in his face, he's one of the best in the league when it comes to knocking down contested jumpers.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Nash dishes to Kobe. Pass to Gasol. From deep three-point range. And again, the Lakers no good.
You know, the Clippers were a much improved defensive team last season. A lot of it comes from their point guard position where Paul can really ball hawk opposing ball handlers. And this team was first in the league in steals last season and top 3 in turnover differential. He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Crawford outside. Clippers moving the ball around. The shot's good from Paul.
Up over 50% now from the floor with the way they've shot this half.
Yeah, that's a nice improvement. It's not a surprise to see them out in front with the way they have shot throughout the entire game, as a matter of fact. They've been very efficient offensively.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Kaman. Johnson comes in for Nick Young. Steve Blake's checked in for Kobe. And it's Farmar in for Steve Nash. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 17-5 run. And across the NBA, a lot of the offenses rely on that point guard to initiate things and get the team set up in the half court. If a floor general is being hounded around the whole time, it can really throw a wrench in the offense.
Well, for the Clippers, that was a big part of their defense last year. Chris Paul and Eric Bledsoe could both really pressure the point, but with Bledsoe now in Phoenix, I don't think the Clippers' defense is quite as good at the point of attack.
Paul can't get it to go. Los Angeles has gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Paul with the steal. Fast break, here we go. That's good from Crawford on the assist by Dudley. Crawford's got his second bucket of the game to go. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys, and all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
And guys, the thing that jumps out at me is their block shots. I mean, they're playing up on the shooters tightly, and then they're sending them packing. I mean, putting those shots in reverse, all in a clear, good day's work.
Crawford left side. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Crawford's got 4 points this quarter.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominating.
This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a really nice job of extending their lead, Kevin.
Paul kicks to Crawford. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. And it's 8 points for Jamal Crawford.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim. They have constantly shot themselves in the foot this quarter with all of these turnovers.
Yeah, pretty basic stuff, Clark. I mean, you can't score the ball if you don't have possession.
Darren Collison is checked in for Chris Paul. Crawford's shot is good.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, look at the discrepancy in the assist column between these two teams.
Farmar kicks to Hill, dishes it to Farmar. It's back to Hill. There's the feed to Gasol, and he banks in the layup. Gasol's got 5.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be. The soft finger roll is just one of the many finishing moves he has in his bag of shot making.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. The Clippers. Welcome back. 4th quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. And here's Los Angeles. Pass to Bullock. He feeds it to Barnes for 3. Good. Barnes has got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Clippers.
Boy, what a half from the field they're having. They're going to extend that lead if they stay this high.
Now they've taken it up another notch, Clark, looking very confident out there.
L.A.'s gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Collison with it. Now guarded by Farmo. Green passes to Collison. Back to Green. He dishes it to Collison. Passes it to Green. 17-foot shot on the way. The Lakers shooting 32% overall right now. Not one of their better showings. Rejected by Hollins. And for the Clippers, their shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. Green with the ball. He's picked up by Hill. Collison, the pass to Bullock. Back to Collison. Feeds to Barnes. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. Pau Gasol's checked in for the Lakers. Jody Meeks comes in for Steve Blake. A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now. Johnson for 3, and that one's good.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. L.A. has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. The drive by Green, and that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Outside Gasol. Meeks, guarded by Green. Off target with his 3. The Clippers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. The pass to Bullock. 3-pointer. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Collison's got his 5th assist in this one. Johnson for 3. Count that one. Johnson's got 6 points in the quarter.
How about that for a response?
They will say they can give the 3 as well as they can take the 3.
Barnes passes to Bullock. Barnes. Collison dishes to Hollins. Kicks it to Barnes for the 3. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Well, that's 3 of the last 5 makes, having been behind the 3-point line. So, got to make some adjustments defensively.
The shot by Johnson, no good.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. I mean, they're really pushing them around physically at this point.
Green kicks to Collison. Misses the 3.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Lakers working the ball around now. And the shot is good.
Sometimes, Kevin, you can just look at a guy's release and immediately recognize that he's a born shooter. And that's the case with Meeks. Beautiful form. Just has a natural way of getting that ball to go through the hoop.
Ever since his college days at Kentucky, he's one of the best shooters on the planet, and that hasn't changed. You just can't leave him alone anything. He kicks it to Farmo. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Los Angeles has gone 4-6 from beyond the arc in the 4th quarter so far. Green left side. From past the arc. A second chance effort. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2. They get Pau Gasol.
Yeah, the defender draped all over him.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there. Everybody knows how brutal the Western Conference can be, and part of the reason the Lakers were able to make it to the playoffs is because they were above 500 in the West, which is pretty impressive.
Byron Mullins is checked in for the Clippers. Well, going back to the Lakers in the West, they would end with a 28-24 record, Steve, against the rest of the conference. That record falling right in line where they finished in relation to the rest of the West.
Well, that record was really the big reason that they were able to catch up to Utah and end up passing them for the last playoff spot. And, Laker fans might not be happy with how quickly they exited the postseason, getting swept by the Spurs, but, they did make a good push at the end of the season just to get in.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
And Meeks kicks to Johnson. Good on the triple. Johnson's got 9 points now in the quarter. LA's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Hollins passes to Bullock. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
All of the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
Well, they're finding the holes in the defense, Clark, and they're exploiting them.
The Lakers have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. And the shot is good from Johnson.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
There's the dish to Mullins. He's up against Gasol. The jump hook. Tries again. Shot's good by Mullins.
And in the paint, they have really shown some strength. Their work on the boards has been phenomenal.
Yeah, I'd certainly call it a mismatch, Steve, at least for today.
The three from Johnson. It's rebounded by Hollins. The Clippers have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. And the foul on Jordan Farmer. That is his first foul of the game.
That's just a flat frustration foul right there.
Boy, down like they are, he just took it out on his opponent. I mean, you've got to keep your composure. I don't think that was one of his best moments.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. There comes in for Pau Gasol. And Steve Blake is subbed in for Jody Meeks. Collison dishes to Hollins. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Blake misses.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Collison, the pass to Bullock. Here's the teardrop. He takes it up and lays it in.
They certainly haven't let these fans down tonight. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
It has been. I mean, the atmosphere has been great, and no doubt that helped with the winning effort.
And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Los Angeles has gotten 8 shots off from three-point land and hit half of them. Farmar kicks to Hill. Now here's Collison. So the Clippers winning this one easily. Some days, Clark, everything